Hey everyone. Today I am going to read Ducks in a Row based on the best-selling books by Jackie Urbanovuk. I don't know how to say her last name. And I have permission from Scholastic to read this to you. Lori Haskins Houran wrote this one though. Max sat down. The light's not good on this. He put up his feet. He leaned back in his chair. "Oh yes," he said, "it's nice to relax." Max looked around. Brody was bringing in the newspaper. Dakota was warming Irene's feet. Bebe was singing the kittens to sleep. Everyone had something to do. Everyone except him. Said Max. "What do I do around here?" Sometimes he baked snacks, but he wondered if everyone liked them. "Does anyone need me to do anything?" Max asked. No one answered. Just then, the doorbell rang. "I'll get it," Max yelled. On the step stood 3 plump ducks in a row. "Aunt Pat! Aunt Dot! Aunt Flo!" said Max. "Max, could you take my bag?" said Aunt Pat. "And my bundle," said Aunt Dot. "And my box," said Aunt Flo. "Of course," said Max. Max's aunts told everyone they were on their way south. They had stopped to visit until the first snowfall. Birds head south, don't they? The aunt sat down on the couch. "Max, could you make some tea?" said Aunt Pat. "With toast?" said Aunt Dot. "And jam?" said Aunt Flo. Max set to work. It felt good to be needed. Lucky for Max, the aunts needed him quite a bit. They needed him to bring their books and find their glasses. They needed him to turn on their lamps. They needed him to run their baths, to fluff their pillows, and to close their curtains. By the end of the day, Max was a little tired, but it still felt good to be needed. Do you think they could do any of that stuff themselves? The next morning started early. "Max, could you open this jar?" said Aunt Pat. "And untangle this yarn?" said Aunt Dot. "And fix this toaster?" said Aunt Flo. The rest of the week, all Max heard was, "Max, could you?" "Turn on the TV, pop some popcorn, change the channel, shuffle the cards, roll the dice, keep the score, pick a pumpkin, pick an apple, pick some flowers." Look at Max. How do you think he's doing with all of this now? He liked feeling needed at the beginning and even in the middle. Think it's getting to be a bit too much? Max went out to the garden. He wasn't sure how much more being needed he could take. Then he felt something. "A snowflake! The first snowfall!" he said. Why do you think he's excited about that? Do you remember what the first snowfall in this book means? The very next day, Max said goodbye to Aunt Pat, Aunt Dot, and Aunt Flo. He was so tired he could hardly wave. Max sat down. He put up his feet. He leaned back in his chair. "Oh, yes," he said. "It's nice to relax." Then he heard Irene's voice. "Max, could you—" Oh, no, thought Max. "Max, could you use a blanket?" said Irene. Max nodded. And he fell fast asleep. Can you imagine doing all that stuff? I think you'd be tired too. Hope you enjoyed today's book. Bye, guys.